Uh-oh. Don't know how that's going to be fixed.
Alright. Gradle's running. I'll come back in half an hour or whenever it's finished installing.
Alright, shouldn't take you very long. Might take about
Yeah.
7 minutes. It should only take about 10. At most, I think, was the estimate.
Alright. The return of the CPW.
Welcome back, CPW. I'm probably going to need you when I start looking at code here for networking stuff.
Alright, and the Gradle stuff is including a little cache of things that it downloads and decompiles somewhere on my hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that somewhere?
It's, are you on Windows?
Yeah.
It's in
Windows
your
8.
home directory, or your user directory, .gradle, I think.
Alright. a/.gradle. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Caches. Minecraft. Ah, and there's another cache in build in the subdirectory of the whatever your root is with gradlew.bat. Ah, okay. Thank you, CPW. I was actually looking for that. You can change Gradle opts to control where the cache is. Thank you very much.
Don't know why I'm bothering to fix this right now. It's in the network stuff. And apparently a lot of the rendering stuff changed too. That's gonna be all kinds of fun. Alright.
I should really learn Scala. I read a little PDF on it. It looks like a nice little language.
Yes, CPW, this logging is very annoying. Alright. Ooh! Ooh! Is that what I think it is? Did they do something that I'm going to really appreciate them doing?
No. It is Mojang. What'd they do?
The biomes process coordinate locations.
Oh, yes.
I am so happy. Thank you, Mojang. Thank you.
You just had to deal with that too. So
Yes, I just removed things because I was like, okay, well, I won't be able to do this, fine. And I just removed it because it was killing the memory. And then they gave it to me. They gave me exactly what I wished was in there. Thank you!
that is awesome.
Alright, so they're asking for the text size to be a bit bigger, so I'm going to see if I can figure that out.
Roger that.
Preferences. General. Editors. Text editors. I thought it was here. Colors and fonts. Okay, yeah, it's an appearance. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, so... that didn't work. Oh. Wrong one. There's more than one. This is one of those things where Eclipse is kind of strange. It's bigger now. Alright. That means I'm going to have to start pulling colors from by location, but that's cool. Already have the entity here, so I can get where I want readily. Oops. Why? Not Z. Okay, and... well, I have no idea how that's working now. Get...
Oh my. Okay, good.
The get first uncovered block. I don't know what it is now. Get top solid or liquid block. That makes sense. Probably returns a block. No, it returns
That
an
looks
int.
like
What? Finds the highest block in the XE coordinate is solid and returns its Y coordinate. Okay.
and then you use okay, yeah. That makes sense. Kind of an odd way to do it, but Java doesn't have out parameters or anything, so you can't really return two values. The Y coordinate
Yeah.
and the block. So that makes sense.
I actually prefer this, to be honest. Oh yeah, it's small again. What happened?
CPW said get top block is the other way.
Yeah. Well, it's set. Why'd it get small again?
Alright, Windows, I'll go set some environment variables. Alright,
There we go. I had to set them both, apparently. Okay.
Alright, Gradle opts. And what's the one that Gradle failed on? Don't have Java home.
Okay, world is not equal.
Java home needs to point to the JDK. Which is installed somewhere around here.
Go. Toggle rain. Yep, that really makes me happy. Okay. Material. Can spawn on. Yeah, that's a good point, CPW. Where was that code? It's here. I think. Yes. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? No, that's not a thing. It'd be nice. I'll add a to do here. See if we can find it later. Alright, and then having done this. It might be somewhere else, CPW, I don't know where it is. Get block. Block.
What's the IP? What
Of
do you mean,
what?
chat? What IP?
I think that somebody's just being silly.
Ah.
Flowin' water.
The IP that XComp is going to be connecting to is 127.0.0.1 because he's just testing on his local machine.
Yep.
Can
I don't really
creatures
want to know if
spawn?
the
It
creature
changed
can
one
spawn on
once.
it. I want to know if the player can spawn on it. So it's not the same function, unfortunately.
Or it's badly named.
No, I think it's actually the can creature spawn, because that function's been around a while. It's how it determines whether or not it can spawn on top of certain blocks. What are we down to? 914 errors.
Right. Java home is set to an invalid directory. That's definitely the right directory. Wrong. Back to environment variables.
Hard to read things this way.
Audio's held.
Home.
Enjoy.
The height for biomes got more complicated.
Chat saying we could all connect to your dev environment and all type in random code.
Oh yeah, 1,000 monkeys.
And then someone said, if that happens, the whole stream just devises some way to troll Dire. Maybe spawn a meteor where he spawns. I don't know, that seems a bit easy. What if cause more Endermen to spawn around him even during the daylight?
Mm-hmm.
Drop a random tool every 3 to 7 minutes? Check for structures of a specific size and expand or contract them by 1 or 2 blocks in each dimension. Soren saying just remove him, remove the ground beneath him and make it a fissure into the end.
The bio list has become private. That's gonna throw some interesting havoc in places.
Fun. I tried watching a Dire video a while ago, and he plays Mystcraft without link destination renders. I can't watch that. I'm only kind of kidding.
Yeah.
Make recipes for Dire cost double? That might be kind of difficult, actually.
Could be.
Oh, you know what the problem might be?
Hmm.
I'm having trouble with environment variables, but it might need to be a system variable instead of a user variable.
Ah.
Try that. You know, and it's still saying a directory that I didn't actually put there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm under 900 things to fix. Uh, I could make villagers flee from Dire. That would be funny.
Make villagers offer dire bad trades all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You make villagers always offer them cake and broken ender pearls.
Broken ender pearls, what mod adds that?
Well, not hard to add an item, especially if it doesn't actually do anything.
I thought you meant there was actually already an object
Well,
that did it.
ender pearls are useful. And ender dust, depending on the mod that's installed, is useful. If it's going to be a troll, it's going to look useful but not actually be useful. Cake. I don't know. Anytime I've ever trolled him, I've always left him cake. And he always has this thing with Enderman. So that's why on the occasional little troll, I've left him some ender thingy plus cake. So if you're to leave cake,
Go into the living
and-
spawn
or
event?
have it trade cake and a what?
I was going to say go into the living spawn event, and if it tries to spawn a zombie or skeleton, if it's within 30 blocks of dire, spawn an enderman instead.
That's actually an epic farm more than a troll. It's a minor troll,
Yeah.
but also Mr. Meanie Head
You could override-
in the chat, and we'll just tell him. Soren's in chat, so we'll just tell him
Yeah.
he's there. Because Soren is a spoil sport. I see you in there. Oh dear. 2 stacks of cobble equaling 81. Wait a minute. Soren will assist trolling Dire. Did Dire test out PvP again or something, Soren?
Soren would always test trolling Dire.
An AABB check on a single mob spawn isn't laggy at all. Especially since you don't do an AABB check. You know where the mob is, you know where all the online players are, you just check to see if their X, Y are within whatever distance. It's really quick. Considering that, things like pressure plates do AABB checks every however many ticks.
And besides, if I was going to do something like this, I would just store a reference to Dire. I've already got a reference to him. Just keep apprised of his position, and every time something spawns, just check X and Z if they're within
And
no
world.
far away.
Otherwise that could be weird. I can't remember which add-on it was that was doing it. What was it? Wasn't it MFR? Another one. It was either Natura or Lambs of Plenty that was checking the X and Y of something, even though it was in a different world, and therefore mobs in completely different worlds were doing random things.
That sounds
Even
amazing.
skeletons. Yep. Just spawn here. Check player XZ or check player XYZ, and if it's close enough, do stuff. Of course, half the time that happened, it was in worlds that weren't loaded. So mobs were loading, and then were being moved to a specific place close to the player, but it was in the wrong world, so it caused problems. Actually, which mod is it again has the... It's not the Twilight Portal. What is it, Twilight? No. The portal to the Promised Land.
Was that Bop?
Is it Biomes?
I don't know.
It's whichever mod had the Promised Land. That one. Because they all ended up spawning like right at the portal, which happened to be at my front door. So it got to the point where I just straight up couldn't log into my house after a certain amount of time until the server was like rebooted, because there were over 6,500 entities about 30 squares in front of my house.
Chad is suggesting baby Enderman. Okay, let's think about that. If we balance them around the same way that baby zombies are balanced, that would be not only do they teleport away from ranged attacks, they also teleport away from melee attacks. They don't teleport away in the rain, they don't get damaged by water, and their hitbox is smaller, and they run at 300 times speed.
Yep.
And they aggro no matter what part of them you look at.
Yep. No, they aggro if you're within they're within your field of view.
Sable's suggesting Vashta Narada. In case you don't catch that one, or if you've forgotten, Silent Library from Doctor Who. The shadows eat people.
Alright, Tim. I'm gonna remute because I'm about to stuff my face with food. Oh, actually, that reminds me, I need to actually buy dinner.
Cat's just calling me anyone. Or everyone.
Aw, well, you're everyone, so that's a pretty cool thing to be.
You are
That
all
would be
the people.
pretty interesting. Extra utilities already has Vashta Narada. Interesting.
That's
Wait a second, who
Interesting.
turned out the lights? Endermites. Oh, that's actually a cool idea. Interesting. Yeah, chat's now just suggesting randomly play client-side Enderman sounds. Dire
Mhm.
all the time.
You definitely have to have like a command that you could type in that would allow it to be turned off. Or something.
No, no.
You know, some way to go,
Only-
okay, the troll's done.
Only if the player is dire. That's it.
Yeah, but that would get really annoying after a while. There's a troll, and then there's the, okay, how do I turn it off? I was like, I don't mind trolling people.
Spawn
I
a
just like
separate
people when
thread
they're
that- Spawn a separate thread that persists even when you close Minecraft.
out. Wow.
That would be some troll right there.
You are a bad person.
Perhaps. I'm only throwing out ideas, I'm not actually implementing them. I have no plan to do it. I'm waiting for chat to hear that one though.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, you could have it track how far he runs, or have it track the counter for how far you've run in the game. And every time it reaches like modulus 100, it plays a sound.
Or how about this?
So it runs on. So runs 100 blocks, plays a sound. Runs 100 blocks, plays a sound. Runs 100 blocks. So even if he runs in circles a couple of times to find out what it was, set it off, he'll give up, run away, and it'll happen again.
Or how about this? Just multiplies movement speed by 0.8 or something. or a server-side mod, if a text chat message is sent by Dyer, show it to Dyer and no one else.
Wait, if a what?
If Dyer sends a message to the server in text chat, the server will only pretend that it was sent to Dyer. Everyone else won't have it forwarded to them.
Oh, dear. Or only every second message. So he types in something, nobody responds. Did you guys hear that? Hear what? Blah 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 blah. Yes,
Guys?
no, maybe?
What?
Yes, no, maybe what? Crazy. Got a pizza tracker. Like my pizza tracker.
What?
Chat's just saying, poor Dyer. Should make it clear, I have absolutely no plan to do any of these things. And even if I did, it wouldn't end up installed on a game that he was playing. Add a bunch of V's to every chat message he types. That is good. Wow, that was rather loud.
It
My apologies.
was.
Another alternative is only send Dyer about a quarter of the messages sent through text chat. What are your PC specs in chat is asking what are your PC specs. I think they might be dedicated.
He might be a bit dedicated, yeah, that's pretty good. Well, go look up Soren's PC specs. Okay, what other bugs are in this particular thing? Packet. Blocks.air.
You really var 1 to 12ing. You're a bad man.
Hmm.
You're a bad man.
See if I can get all these replaced once and for all here. Gold! No, wait. Alright, quartz ore. Go. Getting down to mostly network issues. Okay, this is component village thing. Just trying to find where the, or what the, block. Give me the block, the actual block object, please. It doesn't. There's no longer a way to get the block out of this. Well, this field is public, so I can just do .block, but it's not named block. Which means MCP is going to come by and rename it something else later. Alright,
Okay.
font renderer.
So somewhere Gradle has taken what was in my environment variable at first and just kept it. And I have no way to... I'm trying to change the value of the variable, but every time I run gradlew.bat, it still complains that I don't have Java home set. And it complains that it's set to somewhere that's absolutely not currently set to. I'm just going to completely wipe clean
It's
my
your
Gradle install.
Java home variable, or whatever it is set incorrectly then.
Well, he's just said it
No.
correctly, but Gradle's not recognizing that.
Gradle's not recognizing any changes to the environment variable.
Are you running Gradle from inside a CLI window?
Yes.
Or a command window? Yeah, you
Yes.
have to close it down and completely restart another window. Otherwise it doesn't pick up changes to the environment. as a whole.
Oh,
Because Windows is a full of butts.
more reason. Yeah. God.
No, that's a Windows thing, not a Gradle thing.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. This is
There
why I
is a way
usually
to
just install
do it.
Sigwin.
But yeah. Yep.
Alright,
There is
so...
a way to do it, but I can't remember how. I'm pretty sure it's a tweaked version of EMD.
Looks like I'm getting down to, more of the... or the network code fixes I'm gonna have to make.
Alright.
Yeah, network code was where I left it to others.
Weird. Why is shift right click not letting me open a command prompt here?
Did you open
Very
it
well.
from the My Documents library thing?
Yeah, it's in libraries workspaces.
That's because the libraries thing is slightly different from the standard Explorer. I don't know why, but you can't open a control. You can't shift right click to get a control thing there. Command prompt.
The problem is that's where I launched it from last time.
Yeah, but you probably
That's why I'm
navigated there differently. If you get there through the libraries thing. So, looking at my screen here, if you hit Documents, here, it's a type library. So if it's type library, then it opens in the same browser thingy, but it's not the same kind of browser.
Oh, fun. I love Windows consistency. Alright. B:/workspaces / Minecraft Gradle.
Alright. Looks like I'm getting... I'm going to try and get all these blocks done before I move to network code. And that'll make this class function properly. Set unlocalized name change to something else. Set block name. That doesn't make sense, but that's okay. Alright. Let's see if I can find sand real quick. I'm trying to find the sound.
Okay, I also can't give it an absolute path. I can't CD to the path. I can only CD ... and then navigate slowly. Oh, I can't. Oh, I bet it's that I'm trying to change drives. How do you change drives in the command prompt? I actually avoid
drive letter colon.
Oh, that's easy. Oh, I do that and it suddenly goes to the right place. I'm sorry.
It's because you can change the, oops, it's in block. It's because you can change where the... You can change directory on a different drive from the one you're on, and it will change the directory on the different drive from the one you're on, but you'll stay on the current directory. Or on the current drive. So if you're on drive C, you can change directory on drive D, so it's pointing somewhere else, and then change to drive D, and you've changed the directory, so you wind up in the right directory.
I'm 10 seconds from installing Sigwin and using Bash. Windows command prompt makes no sense to me.
Alright, loader blocks works. Okay. I'm down to 832 errors.
Alright.
See if I can eliminate all the ones in my thing here. Alright, there's create new tile entity world int. Oh, right, this doesn't have one. Alright. Don't know why that was there. Okay. Register block icons. And then, yeah, just became a parameter.
If it weren't for Unity, the Unity editor, and a few specific games, I would be in Arch right now.
Okay, again, don't know why that function's even there. Why did I bother? Okay. Register block icons. Up here and make these all icons. Okay. Again, I don't need to be doing that. Inventory changed. Break block. This becomes. Alright. Rolling.
Alright, so now that I've demonstrated that I have no idea how Windows works, finally got everything working, and now the Gradle script is running.
Okay. Good luck.
Yep. I should be fine from here.
Should being the operative word.
Yeah, I also would have thought that I could change my directory in the command line, but apparently not.
You could change your directory, you just couldn't change the drive the way you were expecting
Yep.
to.
Yep.
Okay.
Chat's saying there's wine for your Windows needs? No. No. I cannot say no enough times.
That's
No.
my dinner. Burp.
Okay. Stuff, register block icons, and now I need to make these icons. And that's all for that one. Alright.
Uninventory changed, I believe, is changed to Mark Ready. Something like that. It was on a couple of those.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I usually refer to Windows as Windows.
I don't mind Windows so much. I'm currently running on 8.1, and in before EU, I have Stardate and Modern mixed, so I don't even see the Modern interface. And when you do that, it's actually a straight upgrade from Windows 7. But there are just basic Windows concepts that don't make sense to me. I don't understand why they work that way. Oh, well, they work that way for compatibility reasons with older versions of Windows,
Yes. the last of this set.
As far as command line stuff goes, my entire experience with that is Commodore 64, and then various distributions of Linux and OS 10. My command line experience in Windows is very lacking.
Originally I'd written this function because the higher up one didn't work right. But the higher one might work now, so I may not need it.
Which function?
It was the fluid can flow into function.
Ah,
This is networking, I don't want to get it here yet. GUI, oh no, it's going to be networking. Sound handler? What's wrong here? Oh. How do I register sound files now?
yay, build successful. Should still have idea installed. That
I
idea.
can't remember what it was. It's something really annoying to figure out, and then Lex had changed something at one point.
I don't know what is broken here. Okay, so it's GUI elements, client render. What's broken in GUI elements?
If I remember right, I think it was one of those. Wasn't it one of those JSON things that the sound was changed to?
Really?
Well, that's for resource packs, but
For adding some of them, I think. I really can't remember. What it was really annoying to figure out. Let me see if I can find it.
You know, I know exactly how to do the sound thing. I can't remember which one of my mods I did it in. I'm at this point digging through every single mod I actually have here.
Thank you.
That's a
I
lot.
didn't realize you would update it in the year 1.7 yet. Or is it?
Did it change from 1.6 to 1.7?
Yeah, that's the thing. I had a system in 1.6. It's different 1.7.
Different
know that.
Ballad added something, so Lex removed what he added.
Chat's asking where I'm from. Originally from the southeastern United States, Georgia. I live in Finland.
It's why occasionally when he says certain things, he doesn't sound like he's from the US.
Yes.
You have a distinct Finnish twang to some of your words, which I find highly amusing when I hear it.
A Finnish twang.
Yep. I've got an awful lot of Finnish friends, so I'm used to hearing the Finnish accent. And just with certain comments you make, or the way you go... It's just the way you inflect certain things. I'm like, that's Finnish influence. I can hear it. Just. I think you speak Finnish at this point.
I can only sort of speak Finnish.
I assume you're around people that speak it all the time.
Not all the time, but I'm frequently around people that speak Finnish.
Oh dear. Yes, Cyber Goblin. Yes, they do.
Alright. Getting...
Weirdy McWeirdy Pants Landsorn, you're from the same place.
You might be aware of that already.
I just want to remind him that he's insulting himself at the same time.
What's wrong with someone from Weird McWeary Pants Land?
There's nothing wrong with it. You usually don't refer to yourself like that.
Something entirely wrong. You have pants for one thing.
Well played.
Ah, that's cool. The default Gradle installation gives you a skeleton mod class, so you don't have to. Well, I'll go through and set up the annotations and set up the event handlers, and yada yada. That's all taken care of. Cool. And all the mod does is print out the unlocalized name of dirt block.
You know, I've been getting bugged to the Patreon thing. I still can't decide what to actually put as a list of things.
Say again? What was that?
The Patreon things, the milestones.
Mm-hmm. What about them?
I have no idea what to put in them.
Oh, yeah, me either. I just kind of put some things. Oh, good. Yay.
Yeah, that's usually when I go towards MCP bot. Searching for what those names were supposed to be originally.
Okay, so JKL.
That's because it's in Camden Cyber.
Okay. H is yaw. I is pitch. Oops.
Ah, digging around in GL code.
Not GL. Well, I am sitting here looking at some GL code, but the stuff I'm figuring out at the moment is some name changes.
Keep in mind, I am several seconds behind before you
Oh,
doing
yeah.
some stuff in GL11.
Okay.
Just think, XComp, you're doing this with this set of names. I did all this only with the old set that was had half the names this one does.
Yep.
Alright, let me go into the run configurations. Client and server. I'm going to add a new client. My own login information.
Okay. Make good progress. I wish I knew what that became. Huh? Oh. Uh.
So what do you think the chances of Minecraft being written for Java 8 Kappa? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We need Java 7 first.
Not necessarily. Okay, music, 5%. Friendly creatures, 5%. Weather, 5%. And everything else 100.
Isn't the
Also,
reason it's so far behind in Java and such because of Mac support?
Yeah.
Not anymore. They solved that problem a while back. They just can't. At this point, it just seems like they don't want to drop support for older machines that don't support it. Like Java 7. But, like, I looked at the specs in some of those once. Like, you could barely get away from vanilla.
Chat said UU is the way forward, not a setback. And then someone else replied, A? What does Until Uru have to do with it? Aw, yeah.
Well done.
Especially in a stream about Mystcraft.
Indeed.
Java 7, if we get lucky, maybe at some point by 2016. Java 8?
CPW's made the estimate of 2025.
Was that for Java 7 CPW? Yeah, there you go. Starting murdering people's names again.
Yeah.
Alright, and let's try out this build. Oh, I shut down my command prompt. Does IntelliJ have a built-in prompt? Can it run Gradle stuff? I bet it can.
It does. The new IntelliJ has Gradle support out there. And they released a month or two back. Or the new one has a lot better support. honestly.
Ah. Okay, I'll go ahead and upgrade. This installation's been here for probably since Windows was installed. CPW is saying Java 6 is mostly because Windows XP doesn't have a good Java 7 build.
Well, at this point, XP has been allowed by Microsoft, so... The unfortunate part about Macs is that Apple is incompetent and still ships Java 6 build.
Oh,
I don't
Soren.
think we needed the regarding Java bits, Lee. I think you could have stopped at pain.
Soren, that's a really optimistic viewpoint that you have there. He said, yeah, and since XP is not really supported anymore, I guess time to move forward-ish? No,
Eh.
not gonna happen. I think we have 4 or 5 governments and 2 banks all paying Microsoft to continue updating XP just for them.
And then they just release the updates occasionally when they're 0 days.
No, they don't release anything anymore to the public.
They released that IE thing a week and a half ago.
Yeah, but that's not XP. That's IE.
They released one for XP.
Okay. Yeah, they can
Yeah, but
provide
that's
software for
that's
XP.
for
They're not
Internet
providing
Explorer,
Windows
not
updates.
for XP. Yeah.
They're not providing Windows updates. They're providing updates to software that happens to run on XP.
Lazy people, Soren, or people that still use computers so old they can't upgrade Windows.
Or people who have to go through a very lengthy process to get security clearances, or to get security go-aheads on the machines and software that they use.
That was more meaning home users, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I wanted to actually import this.
That particular class, I believe, is private. In our
Okay then.
class, I've been after Lex for opening that one up for a while. Issue though with the older Macs versus XP was that the older Macs did not have a Java 7 build at all. XP does. Actually, sorry, the older Macs only have a Java 7 build because I made one. But that's only if they can run 64-bit.
Yeah. I got an internal exception from IntelliJ when I tried to import the Gradle build script. Yep, I'll have to update IntelliJ. That's okay. Oh, I updated MonoDevelop the other day. it was installed to C/application/ well, it was Xamarin Studio. So C applications Xamarin Studio. And it pops up saying it wants to update 2 plugins. So I say okay, I authorize the UAC pop-up and all of that. And then I come back and half an hour later and I try to open up a C# script. The file is not found. The Xamarin Studio.exe is not found. I go to the install location, there is nothing there. Absolutely nothing. So I go looking around, and it turns out it moved itself to program files without authorization or warning, breaking all of my symbolic links, breaking all of my scripts.
Yay.
I love that.
That was fun. Oh, and I reported it on the Bugzilla. Not a single response yet, and that was 2 days ago. Soren, I use Xamarin Studio because it's useful if you're the only programmer on it. Ah, okay. Yeah, I use Xamarin Studio because I have to write things in C#. I don't have the money for a non-free version of Visual Studio.
I used
And-
to develop.
Tried it. I
Actually
didn't
really good.
really like it. Oh, Soren's saying if you're sharing with a group, it breaks its auto Android resource designer. I'm not currently developing for Android, so that's okay. Nope. That would require money.
And if he was a student, he would have a copy of Virtual Studio, because you can get
But
it
yeah.
through the student program for nothing.
I think that's what he was suggesting.
Oh yeah, Visual Studio Express is a pain. I deliberately don't use it because the whole click once thing is a nightmare. Nice concept, horribly implemented. I don't care whether it's click once or not. I want to decide where programs end up.
Yep. Especially since I'm running on a solid state and I want to choose what goes where.
Yep. Been having a tete-a-tete with a couple of game companies actually recently for running their installer, and they automatically installed to my local app data folder. I was like, what? No.
Alright. Drop these in.
Soren says, XComp, you have a bug.
I have a bug.
There's no
Yep, it's called
further
Soren.
explanation.
Can it be a butterfly?
Fancy your forestry installed? Yeah.
There
bug.
and there and
Where?
there, all the red
All the red
squigglies.
squigglies.
And no, I apparently killed the butterfly. Why is that like that? Okay.
Alright, the level of frustration in TeamSpeak's about to drop because I have to go. Adios, been fun.
Alright. See you.
Talking to you guys. Poof.
Poof. Alrighty.
Damn it. How? Crap. I just went to fly into this Coriolis station. And then suddenly remembered, oh wait, I actually need to ask for permission. Damn it, how do I do that? Got no idea how I do that.
Alright, folks, what's a get item display name become?
Something else?
Thank you.
You're welcome. As I have, I haven't even done 1.7 stuff and I've been helpful. I'm not being helpful, am I?
Get item stack display name. That makes some sense. Get item stack display name. Yes. Thank you. There's another bug down here.
That wasn't good. I just shot the station.
Not supposed to do that.
Do you even look?
Hello, Soren. Welcome to the actual TeamSpeak thing. And no, it didn't become get display name.
I'm looking right at one.
There is a function with that name, but they're not the same function.
It calls that option inside it.
Yes, but that function already existed. I wanted to override the get item stack display name, so thank you empty2k12 for providing that.
Right. I'm gonna have to head off for a bit.
Okay.
I will. Okay. Bye bye later.
Ciao.
I got Mexican food. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
If I want to clone a GitHub repo into a specific folder, do I just do git clone and then the address inside the folder, or will that make a sub inside that?
Say again? I didn't hear all of that.
Okay, so I'm trying to clone a GitHub repo,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I do that through IntelliJ, it wants to make a new project and make a subfolder. So it takes the repo name, makes that a directory, and then puts all those inside it into that directory.
Okay.
I just want to put the files in or what's inside the repo into a specific folder already existing. Is that just git clone and an address where I want it?
I'm not sure how you're doing it now. If you said you're trying to do it through IntelliJ, I don't know how to do
No,
it through
command
IntelliJ.
line. Command line,
Command
no.
line. Yeah, basically.
Okay. Hope that works. If these cache where the repos are on my computer every time, then I have a lot of those. Oh, I didn't mean to hit the pause button.
Okay.
Don't you love the old mic into its wonders?
You mean the one that would garble at us whenever we did funny things? Yep. Okay.
I can paste into this command line. Yes. Oh, the terminal inside the IntelliJ. Command line is so nice. You still have red squiggles.
Yep.
And CBW is leaving.
Bye, CPW. Take care. Thank you for your help.
And I'm not a coconut. Did you really just do super int I?
I wasn't paying attention.
It's a super int. That's what it is.
Super end.
That should be a thing now. Make it a thing.
I think I lack the artistry skills to make it a thing.
It made a subfolder. Curses! Okay, so every time I want to do this, it takes and makes a new directory called the repo name, so Mystcraft. And anytime I want to put into an existing folder, it already exists and it's not an empty directory. I just want source and resources out of it. Why?
Okay. There are other errors on this thing. It's because mask here needs to be an eye icon. And that'll fix everything. Okay. Effects. Effect decay block. Go. Do you realize you've been streaming for about 8 hours? Not continuously, but close, yeah. This
easy.
particular stream has lasted about 5.5 hours.
Longer.
Well, it has been longer, because I did
Keep going.
some streaming before, and then I stopped, and I made the
Doesn't count.
1.64 build, and then started over.
Doesn't count.
What doesn't count?
The time core. Nope.
Okay,
Plus, you have 600 errors to fix. You need to fix those before you can go.
okay.
I'm gonna be amazed when he fixes all of them. True word that. You have the code until that says 0 errors left. Not those specific 600. I think I might have to start with make or cloning and then make the project in that folder.
Alright, so how did the packet thing change? Oh, the processing, parsing thing doesn't seem to be the same. That's nice. Let's see here. What I'll use as packet? Is it actually the hierarchy system it used to be?
I don't know if I'm not sure that offhand. I don't know offshore. I don't know forehand. Those were the words that came to mind.
I don't know
That is
offshore
not
either.
right.
Aha! So they've changed their naming conventions on them, but for the most part they seem to be the same.
And they're using netting?
Guess.
packet
All I
itself
know is I
is
don't think I have to handle
similar.
this side.
The actual structure and how they're sent was changed quite a bit.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look at that a bit too.
Yes, XComp has big ears.
I do, in fact, have fairly large ears.
Yeah.
Hello.
I wonder.
Hello.
Nope. Okay.
I have a Patreon page. If you've not seen it, then it is, well, patreon.com/ my username, XCompWiz. So,
You should really get a bot and then type all these commands, so your mods don't have to go find the link.
it's not hard to
Actually,
type that
realistically,
one.
if you've got a bot, your mods could make mods.
Yeah, it's just been a few days. Anybody happen to know what packet 250 custom payload needs to become so I can do stuff with packets or whatever?
Does custom fit exist? No, that's actually no, that's coding. Never mind.
It's like an entirely new system, and I'm trying to think of the easiest way to explain it.
Try upside down.
Oh, I just came in and say hi. I actually got to run, go pick up a new cell phone, so I'll see you guys later.
Hello, goodbye.
Goodbye.
He says hello and then he says goodbye.
Don't know why you say
Not
goodbye, I say hello.
If you just make all the pronouns he in that song, it makes it really good. Don't know why he said goodbye. He said hello. What?
Oh goody, the data became private. But it's accessible.
Yeah, $10. Not yours. I first read that as he's Mexican, because it started with an M and then an E, you know, so what? I knew he was adopted.
This is what I want. Okay.
No, it's not.
Right.
Yeah, 100 pounds is like $160 or so. Not do that.
Yeah, the ints are like magic numbers. There's a forged class somewhere that defines them.
All the MBT stuff has changed.
It instead of having the separate methods, they made a number to tell which type. There's a forged class. I'm trying to think where it is.
Well, how do I get just all the tags? I don't care for any particular type, just I want all of them.
Yeah, it's what I meant by type is like tag list. There's a number you just feed into it. It's a forged class when you go search for it. Okay, Minecraft Forge Common Util Constants
Okay.
is where it lists what the old name is and that magic number that you need.
What was the name of it?
It's in Common Util, it's called Constants.
Where's Common Utils?
In Forge. I just linked it on the GitHub web.
I can't get Common Util. There isn't a Common Util anywhere.
Under the Forge packages.
Mm-mm.
I just linked it in the bottom of TeamSpeak.
Oh, no, he means package.
Oh.
Yeah, not
Constants.
common util. Yeah, I understand where you're going. I remember a common util there.
Okay. Maybe I'll just go look at this class.
That's what we thought you meant, Prague.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were very confused.
I was giving you the import to look at, because it's a list full of random crap.
But I don't know about XComp. I have no idea where to look for imports. I just go through the package browser.
Any tag numeric. That's what I want.
Interesting.
Let's see if I can find... What did tag at become? That's not... I don't want remove tag. I just want to look at it. Copy.
Get compound tag at, probably, I think.
But I don't want to tag compound. It's tag base. In BT base. Why would we assume that it's a tag compound?
Because people can't name functions, unfortunately.
Alright, so let's see what remove tag does. Yeah, it's tag list remove. So let's get compound tag at. That's going to be a really annoying warning right here. Alright, so expecting it to come out as this type, which is the root of all NBT things. Here's the types enumerated. Problem is, if I try to just get it wants to get it as a compound tag. And the only way to get anything out of the list is as a compound tag. But this is a list of string tags, which means the cast doesn't work. Otherwise, it returns a new one. The ID doesn't match. Oh, I see how it's working now. Oh, that's stupid. That's a really strange way to do that. Alright. But that's how that works now. It is shorter. It's a terrible way to do it. Because that means the list is aware of all the types of NBT. Why? Why would you do that? Not how you do things. Alright. Huh, you no longer seem to, name tags. That's interesting. The tags never needed to know their names anyway, so it's fine. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's see here. I'm missing something here. There we go. Fixed that. I'm just kind of going through things over here in order, trying to remove as many errors as I can as I go through. Probably won't be able to handle containers well until I get the packet stuff done. How many errors now? 631. What am I doing? I'm trying to update Mystcraft to 1.7.2. In a minute here, well, not in a minute. When I'm done with that, I'm going to go back to 1.6.4 and try and build that so that the server bug that apparently exists in the release I just made is removed. Skip containers for now. Do this one, maybe. Let's just skip all these containers for now. Items done. Linking. Oh dear, this is going to be a lot of network stuff too. I delegate. Okay, change item. Okay. Well, thus far the bugs have been continuously going down. Yeah, I started with about 2,000 and down to 630. I don't know what this is supposed to become now. There's some chances of it being this, so... Yes. It's that. Okay. Move that. That's a packet thing. Don't worry about that yet. On player change dimension. It's probably... I don't know. Where'd he go, I wonder? There's no real reason for this to be in game registry to begin with. But... What's the event for on player change dimension? Why do we have two player event classes? Player respawn, player change dimension event. Harvest check, break speed. Okay. And this is all I want. Event dot origin event dot destination. May not be set for this one though. It's not. Got another bug in chat. Oh, I need to get the dimension ID. Go. That's nice and long. For here. Okay. What's wrong here? Go. What are these for? Link permission listeners can player leave dimension. Right. And then some NBT stuff. They no longer have a name. That may get interesting. Yes, I'm currently updating Mystcraft to 1.7.2. That's Minecraft 1.7.2. And it's taken a bit. Unsurprisingly, really. Hmm. Da, 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 da.